You think your intelligence is your advantage, but it might be the exact reason you feel disconnected from your own life. If you've ever felt like you understand everything, but no one really understands you, then this is about you. You notice patterns faster than others. You finish people's sentences in your head. You predict outcomes before they even happen. At first, that feels powerful. Until it doesn't. Because conversations start feeling slow, repetitive, surface level. You're there, but mentally 10 steps ahead, so you stop engaging fully. You nod. You listen. You stay quiet. Not because you have nothing to say, but because explaining feels exhausting. And here's the truth. No one tells you. Being highly intelligent doesn't make you feel superior. It makes you feel alone in a very specific way. Alone in understanding. You don't struggle to read people. You struggle to feel read. So your brain adapts. When you feel unseen again and again, your mind chooses distance as protection. You start holding back your thoughts, simplifying your ideas, or not sharing at all, because every time you tried before, you felt misunderstood or dismissed. And that repetition teaches you something quietly. That depth has no place here. So you shrink it, and this is where it gets uncomfortable. The same intelligence that lets you see everything clearly also shows you how rarely people truly connect. So instead of risking that feeling again, you disconnect first. People think you're quiet, detached, maybe even arrogant, but that's not what's happening. You're just tired of translating your mind into a language that rarely gets understood. Your intelligence doesn't just create awareness, it creates over-awareness. You don't just see reality, you see every possible version of it, every outcome, every mistake, every flaw. So while others act, you hesitate, not because you can't, but because your mind already played out everything that could go wrong. And when failure feels that real in your head, inaction starts to feel safer than action. That's the trap. You're not stuck because you lack ability. You're stuck because your mind is trying to protect you perfectly. You crave depth, real conversations, real connection. But at the same time, you've stopped expecting it. So you live in this contradiction, wanting connection, but preparing for disconnection. And slowly, that becomes your normal. Now here's the shift most people miss. Your intelligence isn't the problem. It's the way your brain learned to protect you from being unseen. So this isn't superiority. It's intellectual isolation. That distance you feel, that quiet detachment, isn't you being different. It's your brain choosing disconnection over repeated disappointment. And that doesn't make you broken. It means your mind adapted to protect something real. So you don't fix this by forcing yourself to be different. You stop treating your mind like a problem. You let it think deeply without letting it control when you live. You stop waiting to feel certain, because that moment never comes. And something shifts when you do this. You stop expecting everyone to understand you, and that pressure finally drops. You don't need every moment to feel deep. You don't need every person to match you. You just exist as you are. And strangely, that's when you start feeling less alone. Not because the world changed, but because you stop living 10 steps ahead of your life.